5 were contested, while the rest were through consensus.
To the All Progressives Congress, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. The oath of office. I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the All Progressives Congress, and that as of the All Progressives Congress, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the All Progressives Congress, and the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and the prosperity of the All Progressives Congress. I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct and my official decisions. That I will do the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the All Progressives Congress. That I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the Constitution of the All Progressives Congress. That in all circumstances I will do right to all manner of people, according to law, without fear, affection, or ill will, that I will not, directly or indirectly.
Meanwhile, the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) says it will deliver more dividends of democracy if Nigerians vote for it in the next poll. APC's new national chairman Senate support and confidence ahead of the next general elections. Redelu has expressed optimism about the outcome of the just concluded National Convention of the All Progressives Congress (APC) with forged cohesion and stability. In a statement by the Commissioner for Information, Donald Ojogo, Governor Redelu admonished all contestants to leverage on the strength of their commitment to serve the party at different levels. The governor charged party leaders and faithful to put the past behind them for the greater objective to serve the people and the larger society, noting that the responsibility is to build together irrespective of who emerged or whose aspirations are yet to come to fruition. The chairman, Southwest Governors Forum, congratulated the new national chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, Otumba Christopher Iyola Omishore, who emerged as national secretary, and Isaac Kekemeke, the new national vice chairman, Southwest, as well as other victors from the Southwest. Governor Redelu, in the statement, urged the newly elected to provide qualitative leadership, affirming that their individual capacities to lead have never been in doubt. He also congratulated President Muhammadu Buhari, the CCPC, the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, and all other leaders of the party for the successful convention, noting their contributions to chart a fresh path to enhance unity. Now to Ekiti State. No fewer than 11 mentally challenged persons and migrants have been removed from the streets of Ado and Ikare-Ekiti for rehabilitation by Ekiti State government. According to the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Mrs. Miriam Ogunlade, the exercise was born out of the commitment to the welfare of all categories of people. According to Ogunlade, categories of persons targeted during the exercise included street beggars, destitute persons, and migrants. She explains that the exercise was carried out according to global best practices and in collaboration with law enforcement agencies to avoid undue interruption and resistance. Two drug traffickers, Elvis Uchero, 53, and Uwanzuke Ikena Christian, 42, have excreted 165 wraps of cocaine following the arrest at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Director of Media and Advocacy of NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, in a statement, said they excreted the drugs while under observation of the agency's custody. The 53-year-old Elvis was arrested upon his arrival from Addis Ababa for ingesting 65 pellets of cocaine weighing 1.376 kilogram, while 42-year-old Inwezoke Christian was also arrested on arrival for ingesting 100 pellets of cocaine with a total weight of 2.243 kilogram. In a related development, narcotic officers of the Directorate of Operation and General Investigation, DOGI, have intercepted substantial quantities of methamphetamine, cocaine, and cannabis sativa packaged for exports to Australia, China, Qatar, Ireland, and Thailand through some courier companies in Lagos, while 2.9 kilogram of methamphetamine in packs of black soup and toner machine heading to Australia and Qatar was intercepted. 600 grams of cocaine concealed in school certificates and file folders going to Australia and Thailand were equally seized. No less than 25.5 kilogram cannabis concealed in packs of Dudu Osun soap and tins of palm fruit extract Benga heading to China and Ireland was also seized at a courier company in Lagos. The Joint Action Committee, JAC, of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and Non-Academic Staff Union of Allied and Educational Institutions, NASU, had directed their branches across the country to embark on a 2-week running strike as from tomorrow. This is as the unions said they are ready to present to the federal government its preferred mode of payment, the university peculiar personnel and payroll system, which they said will address all the challenges unions faced in the payment of their salaries. A statement by SANU President Mohammed Ibrahim and NASU General Secretary Peters Adeyemi direct members in all universities and inter-university centers throughout the country to commence a 2-week strike by midnight of today, as earlier conveyed to the federal government. According to the statement, the 2-week running strike will be comprehensive and total, as no concession will be given under any guise. The statement urged strict compliance and adherence to the directive in all universities and inter-university centers. We'll take a break on the news tonight. Do stay with us. You're welcome back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook Osrc TV Ondo, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. All students of both primary and secondary schools have been admonished to ensure their alma mater gets necessary development. The National President of the Old Girls Association of St. Catherine Anglican Girls Grammar School, Owo, Mrs. Tolawo, made a call at the 65th and 66th anniversary of the school in Owo, our local government area of Ondo State. Osrc reporter Zimo Ebiemi was there and now reports.
The 65th and 66th anniversary of Old Students Association of St. Catherine Anglican Girls Grammar School Owo was a convergence of old students from within and outside Nigeria. Old and present students of the school were led by the national president, Mrs. Tolawo, on a road trip to strategic areas in the local government area of the state. They visited the Olowo Oba Zibado Oguoye for royal blessings and the Bishop of our Anglican Diocese, the Right Reverend Stephen Fagbemi. Mrs. Awo appealed to the traditional ruler of Owo, Obazibade Ogunwoye, and the Anglican Bishop, Right Reverend Stephen Fagbemi, to use their positions to sensitize the public on the importance of girl child education.
We all came here when we were very young. We knew second to nothing. And then our parents just brought us here and said, God and the school will take care of it. And between you and me, we grew up to be successful people. And here we were taught many things. We were taught how to talk, how to speak, how to behave, how to walk. Majority of St. Catherine girls, they catwalk. We were taught how to sit like a lady and a lot of things.
The Olowo Obazibade Ogunwoye applauded the whole students for investing in their alma mater. He acknowledged the importance of girl child education, which he said will accelerate development of the country at all levels.
Over the years, we've known Secretary for its uniqueness. Going by the history of its establishment over the years, the school has lived up to expectations in line with the philosophy of its establishment.
While the Bishop of Alican Diocese, Right Reverend Stephen Fagbemi, also commended the association's efforts at developing the school, they cried the level of decay in the education sector. He noted that alumni associations have a lot to do to ensure the education sector returns to glory.
With the cooperation of everybody, that the lost glory can be restored, and that the duty and that the school can continue to grow.
Some other members of the whole Students Association who spoke with Osrc thanked God for a successful outing.
My advice to the old students is for every one of us to come together and to participate and to help us to develop this school more and more.
A lot of them have left this school some 40 years back, and yet they are sending money to do one thing or the other, and they have not been here before. So we just feel it's an avenue to come and see what they are doing.
Whatever race that we're going through, that we're going through, we should try as much as possible to come together to bring St. Catherine's back to its former glory.
They called on other members to take the development of their alma mater seriously so that the present and future students can benefit from their Osrc news.
Indigenes and non-indigenes of Imoru in Osrc local government area have been urged to continue to coexist in peace and unity. This admonition was re-echoed at the 2022 Olumoru Festival, which took place at Imoru. Our reporter, Joy Pius, was at the event for Osrc and now reports.
Imoru, in Osrc local government area of Ondo State, is mainly an agrarian community which has been in existence for about 400 years, hosting other ethnic groups such as Igbo, Urobo, Idoma, and Kwale. The ancient town of Imoru in Osrc local government area of Ondo State was overwhelmed with hundreds of residents, both indigene and non-indigene, as they all joined the Olumoru Oba Oluwarotimi Obamuagun to celebrate the annual Olumoru festival. The festival, which celebrates the rich culture of the land, is also a point of unification for the people and purification of the land. This is the second celebration since the ascension of Oba Oluwarotimi Obamuagun to the throne of his forebears as the Olumoru in 2019. The Olumoru Oba Oluwarotimi Obamuagun, stressing the importance of the festival, used the avenue to appreciate time with the community and called for more government presence in the town.
You can see the joy that had radiated around the community. That is one of the significance. So many things the government has done for us. From this community, for the first time in the history of Adam and Eve, we got a commissioner under this dispensation. We need roads, we need schools, especially secondary school. The one we had was closed down. And I want to thank the government for reopening our primary school. We had about 2-3 here. One of them was
Ogija Shrine, where prayers were rendered for the town and its people. Sons and daughters of the land, including non-indigents, prayed for peace to continue to reign and promised further cooperation with their traditional ruler.
Everybody who have enemy together or quarrel. But this time now, this period, we always greet ourselves. We eat together, dine together. Then after this now, peace will come to the town.
It forms a side of attraction to the community, and tourist people will come to celebrate with us.
We are embarking on a palace for the town, so I'm imploring every citizen or every indigent to try in their own capacity to contribute to the building.
The festival, which has evolved for about 400 years, is an avenue to bring people of the community together in love. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Two lovers, Esther Oyeleye and Michael Badamosi, have taken the relations. Sahid Aribisala has more.
The journey into the marriage institution for Esther Oyeleye and Michael Badamosi commenced with an engagement ceremony held in line with Yoruba culture and tradition. The groom's family sought the hand of Esther in marriage to their son and also presented different items as demanded. After all was concluded on the traditional front, the Akure South Local Government Marriage Registry played host to both families and couples to be.
For better, for worse, I will obey, and honor thee until death do us part.
Following the fulfillment of all required legal framework according to Nigeria's constitution, including exchange of marital vows, Esther Oyeleye and Michael Badamosi set pen to paper to validate their induction into the sacred institution and thereafter pronounced husband and wife. At a reception venue, a guard of honor by the Anti-Corruption and Law-Abiding Citizens Organization of Nigeria ushered the couple to the dance floor amidst the joyous and warm embrace of guests and well-wishers. Expressed gratitude to God for enabling them take the decision to become one.
I observed him and I discovered that he's someone of good and very, very calm character. So he's someone that with my personality, I can manage and can manage.
Caring woman, she's a cheerful giver. She's the right person for me.
Parents of the couple and guests
The wife should be submissive to the husband, while the husband should love their wives.
They should allow Christ to...
As the new family begins its search.
Dignitaries across societal divides have eulogized the life of a former commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs to commit his remains to earth. Dignitaries, including politicians and pharmacists across Nigeria, described late Bamiduro Dada as a man who lived a life of impact. Osrc's Oladoyin Ayebusi was there and now reports.
The burial ceremony for late Bamiduro Dada continued with lying in state at his residence in Ikun Akoko, Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State, who they say immensely contributed to the upliftment of the society. In a sermon, Reverend Olajide Baba extolled the virtues of the late Bamiduro Dada and admonished the people to live a purposeful life.
This, my brother, was raised by God for the benefit of almost everyone around him. The testimony of the children, the testimony of Kabiyesi Onigun, the testimony of people from his family, and those who depended on him for whether admission, for whether school fees, for whether sustenance in the world. They are here today to say, God raised him to be a blessing to everyone.
Friends, associates of the deceased who expressed shock and disbelief on his death said their solace is in his contribution to society while he was alive.
Is a great loss. He was brilliant, a diligent, competent pharmacist, honest.
He became our president as ex-student, which we call Vicosa 80. He led us. He directed us.
We can only console the family, and for some of us who are aspirants, should carry the good job on from where it stops.
His remains were then lowered to Mother Earth at his residence in Ikun Akoko amid tears. The vice chairman Ultra Logistics Company, Adesome Popola, and the chairman of Hospitals and Pharmacists Administrator of Nigeria, Olabode Ogunjemiyo, said late Bamiduro Dada left an unforgettable impact in the pharmaceutical sector.
His impact in our life is so much that we have to be here today to give him.
The first child of the deceased, Tomin Singh, said his father's love to all and sundry cannot be forgotten.
People are good people, but when I say he's a good person, he's actually a good person.
The late Bamiduro Dada, popularly known as BAM, was the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Ondo State. The late Bamiduro Dada was born on August 16, 1960. Until his death, he was the chairman of Ultra Logistics Company and died at the age of 62 during a brief illness. Oladoyin Ayegbusi, Osrc News.
Now to the foreign scene. United States President Joe Biden says the Russian people are not the enemy, but he said Europe must prepare for a long fight against Kremlin's aggression. Joe Biden, in a speech meetings with allies in Europe on Ukraine, also reinforced previous comments on the duty to the collective defense principle of NATO's Article 5, stating that it is a sacred commitment. Biden was also in Poland, where he met refugees and volunteers.
First was to support Ukraine with military and humanitarian assistance.
You have at least 20,000 tanks. Ukraine asks for just 1% of all your tanks. Give to us or sell to us, but we do not have a clear answer yet.
Second was to impose the most significant sanctions, economic sanction regime ever.
And now to sports. Nigeria Super Eagles have stepped up preparations ahead of the second leg of the Qatar 2022 World Cup playoff against Ghana in Abuja. The last two training sessions of the team were played behind closed doors inside Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, while the Nigeria Football Federation is working to mobilize fans for the crucial game. Our reporter, Abiodun Adewale, is in Abuja to update us from the Super Eagles camp.
After the goalless draw in Kumasi on Friday, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are back in Abuja and they are currently going through their second training session ahead of the second leg on Tuesday. The session is being held behind closed door for maximum concentration. At full time, Nigeria must beat Ghana via penalty shootout in case of a goalless draw after extra time to advance to the Qatar 2022 World Cup. But in case of any score drop, the Ghanaians will advance at the expense of Nigeria on a way-go rule. Meanwhile, the FCT Minister Mohammed Bello has announced the availability of 100 buses to convey people from different parts of Abuja to the stadium. But what remains unclear is the people of the Federal Capital Territory are in the mood for this crucial encounter.
I believe if our NFA can reduce the money like at least like 1,000 or 500, 1,500, I believe this stadium is full of spectators.
It has been long Super Eagles play on this stadium, so it's possible to get that number.
they want the support for the fans, for the Super Eagles. And if you can have that, I think 60,000 capacity, if you can't even get 60,000, if you have 50,000, we will get it right against the team.
In the meantime, hundreds of volunteers are around the stadium, cleaning up the facility to get it in proper shape ahead of the match.
Beyond the job, for us, it is the satisfaction of cleaning the gallery in preparation for the victory of the Super Eagles on Tuesday. The spirit is high, and we're really looking forward to the amazing job that the Super Eagles are going to do in representing Nigeria.
While the hustle to fill up the 60,000 capacity stadium is on, other technical works like the installation of VAR are being done, while Nigeria's opponents, Ghana, are expected to arrive on Monday. From the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja, Abiodun Adewale, Osrc News.
Before we go tonight, let's remind you that Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has urged the newly elected APC executives to provide quality leadership ahead 2023 elections. And the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has intercepted substantial quantities of drugs packaged for the countries. That's Osrc News at 7. Thank you for watching.